Okay, gang, welcome to another episode of One Beer Leads to Another. We are here on Beale Street in downtown Kingman, Arizona, one of the stops on Route 66, and we are gonna go inside and check out the Rickety Brewing Company.
Are you from back?
Okay, gang, we appear to have stumbled into another hidden gem here in Kingman, Arizona. This is the Rickety Cricket. You can see the beers that they have there. There's my glasses. And there is the flight that I got. It's really kind of neat because they give you a marker and you mark on the tray what you want. So let's get down to tasting some beer. Okay, gang. Well, first up here is the Mexican lager. It is 5.3% ABV. It's actually called the Grillo Borracho. We'll have to get Mrs. Swar to translate that for us. So you see it's got a nice yellow color to it. Really not much of a nose on it. Very good. It's just a really good lager. I'm going to go ahead and give that 3.5 Champleys. Okay, gang, next up here is the Kolsch. No fancy name for it, it's just the Kolsch. You know I love German beers. By the way, we've had communication in the last 5 minutes with our fearless leader, Donald Arthur Champley. He's actually been to the Rickety Cricket in Flagstaff, so it'll be interesting to see when he watches this what kind of beers he tried and what he thought of them. So anyways, here's the Kolsch. Wow. Another really good, solid, nothing spectacular, but a really good, solid beer. It is what they say it is. I'm going to go ahead and give that another 3.5 Champleys. Okay, next up here, we're going to try the White Wedding, which is a white chocolate wheat beer. I was like, holy cow. Just for the flavors alone, I had to try it. Oh, I do get a little bit of a hint of a chocolate nose on that. Wow, that is really good. It's really different. It's got a little bit of a fizz to it. Which I guess shouldn't be too much of a surprise to me. Maybe a little bit of sweetness. I don't really get the white chocolate in there, so not to keep being the hobgoblin of consistency, but I'm going to give this another 3.5 Champleys. Okay, guys, you know that whenever we can try a West Coast IPA, we try to do that. For our two favorite viewers, Izzy Swar and Stephen Keevil, who we're going to be having on a special episode here coming up. This one is called Anaconda Squeeze. I think that's the nickname Mrs. Keevil has for Mr. Keevil. But it says a West Coast IPA. It's 7.2%. You can see it's got a nice golden rich color there. I definitely get the citrus nose on that. Very good. A little bit overly hoppy for me, as I've often said with these. But it is what they say it is. I'm not going to penalize them for that. I think we're going to have our first 4 Champley beer. Next up is what I'm sure our founder and mentor had, if it was on tap at the time. I'm sure they rotate the taps. But this is the 3-Ring Peanut Butter Stout. Only 5.3% ABV. You can see it's got a really rich, dark color to it. Oh wow, I get the peanut butter right off the nose. Wow, really kind of disappointing. Not very flavorful in a stout way, not very flavorful with the peanut butter. I'm gonna have to mark that down, and I'm gonna have to give that 3 Champleys. Okay guys, next up here, because I'm always trying to try different things, they actually have, where is this on the menu? Oh, it's the Sour Bound and Down, you know, like eastbound and down. This is their pineapple kettle sour. You can see it's got a nice little clear color to it. I don't really get much of a pineapple nose off of that. That's that face I make when I get those sours that hit you right in the back of the jaw. But you know what? As I always say with the sours, it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and give that 3 Champleys. So I got some food here, and I spared you the indignity of watching me eat the wings, but I was a little skeptical of the wings when they showed up. They were pretty heavily slathered in sauce, but they're actually pretty good. They're fried just right. The sauce is not Frank's, but it's suitably spicy. And then they give you this, well, they don't give you, you pay for this big basket of fries. They only sell the fries by a half pound or a pound, and that was the smallest I could get. I don't think I'm going to finish them off. They're decent. They taste like maybe they were frozen, and they also taste like maybe they need to change the grease in the fryer. But a hefty portion nonetheless. So we'll come back and wrap it up here. Okay, gang, we're wrapping up at, let me see if I can get it up there, the Rickety Cricket here in Kingman, Arizona. I really wanted to like this place more than I did. It's not that I didn't like it. I thought the atmosphere was great. It's a great little bar restaurant. The wings were surprisingly good. And I say that, you know, being from upstate New York. And but the beers, there was nothing really that bowled me over. I guess I was really disappointed that the stout was, there's no other word for it, it was bland. And I wanted it to be better than that. It sounded better on the menu. So I'm going to give this place 1 thumb up. If you're in Kingman, it's a good stop. It's probably, you know, driving through here, it's probably the best food in town. The wings were really good. The fries tasted frozen, and they need to change their grease. But other than that, it was a great little atmosphere. I really liked it. So remember, if you like the videos, hit that like button. And if you really like the videos, hit the subscribe button. And we will see you down the road. Our next stop is going to be Huss Brewing in Phoenix. And we will see you on another episode of One Beer Leads to Another.